Grammar rhymes. Page 13.
An ant in an aquarium, an aunt with an umbrella, an orchid in an inkpot, an Indian fortune teller, an Easter chocolate bunny, an owl, an elk, an ox, an orange and an apple in an ornamental box, a sheep, a horse, a piglet, a bear, a penguin too, a bee, a wasp, a beetle, a cow that says moo moo, a jellyfish, a starfish, a walrus and a shark, a guinea pig, a hamster, a robin and a lark.
Page 15.
I sail on the ocean, I swim in the sea, I fly in the air, and the world's all for me. My planet's the earth, but I dream of the moon, and I hope in my dreams to go there quite soon.
Page 16.
This is a beaver called Ben. The beaver's new house is a den. The den's in the woods, so if only he could, he would have an along in his den. This is a little black kitten. The kitten is wearing a mitten. The mitten is purple and blue, and so is the kitten's right shoe. This is a little green frog. The frog has a house in a log. The log's in the deep river deep, as deep as the lake or the sea. This is a little grey seal. The seal has a house in Port Gill. The house isn't cozy, her life isn't rosy, for there come many boats to Port Gill.
Page 23.
A picture, a bee, a flower, a tree, a dolphin, a cat, a pencil, a hat, a window, a hen, an apple, a pen.
3 pictures, 2 bees, 5 flowers, 4 trees, 6 dolphins, 3 cats, 8 pencils, 2 hats, 4 windows, 5 hands, 6 apples, 3 pens.
A witch, a bus, a bush, a fox, a fish, a dish, a glass, a box.
2 witches, 3 buses, 5 bushes, 4 foxes, 6 fishes, 8 dishes, 9 glasses, 2 boxes.
A fairy, a try, a berry, a spy, a cherry, a fly, a ferry, a cry.
2 fairies, 3 tries, 6 berries, 2 spies, 9 cherries, 5 flies, 2 fairies, some cries.
A big bad wolf, the wolf's bad wife, a spoon and fork, a big sharp knife, a tiny dwarf, the dwarf's red scarf, 1 crispy loaf, 1 and a half.
2 big bad wolves, the wolf's fat wives, some spoons and forks, 6 big sharp knives, 3 tiny dwarfs, the dwarf's red scarfs, 5 crispy loaves, and 3 more halves.
Page 27.
Hey diddle diddle, we change in the middle.
Tooth, teeth, mouse, mice, goose, geese, foot, feet.
Hey diddle diddle, we change in the middle.
Man, men, woman, women, child, children.
Hey diddle diddle, we change in the middle.
Two deer met one deer and said, "Hello, dear." One sheep saw 3 sheep who were fast asleep. One moose loved 2 moose. Which one to let loose? What is your wish? Hundreds of fish. The fisherman wishes for hundreds of fishes. Sheep and deer and moose and mice, feet and teeth and 7 dice, women, children, men and geese, memorize them piece by piece.
Page 28.
Boxes of potatoes, buses full of witches, a boy who cut his knee and had to have 3 stitches, 6 flies in 2 glasses, 2 lollies on sticks, 5 ladies with big feet, 2 clowns doing tricks, a vampire's long teeth, 2 girls with some geese, 3 men in a boat, 4 sheep with white fleece, 2 ships in the sea, some deer in the woods, 3 cows in the field, some girls in red hoods.
Page 35.
A snowflake, a raindrop, a rainbow, a star, a cloud, an iceberg, a gale, a river, a snowstorm, a lake and a stream, a boat, a ship and a sail, a bottle, a glass, a saucer, a plate, a bucket, a box and a jar, a boy, a girl, a woman, a man, a bus, a train and a car.
Page 36.
Sugar, water, flour, salt, pepper, coffee, milk, tea and cocoa, yogurt, cheese, cotton, wool and silk, metal, plastic, rubber, wood, fog and dew and ice, sunshine, rain and snow and mist, wine and beer and rice, love and hate, sorrow, joy, friendship, truth and wisdom, anger, laughter, boredom, thirst, beauty, work and freedom.
38.
There is some butter in the fridge. There are some cherries on the tree. There is some pasta in the bowl. There are some ferries on the sea. Is there any butter in the fridge? Are there any cherries on the tree? Is there any pasta in the bowl? Are there any ferries on the sea? There isn't any butter in the fridge. There aren't any cherries on the tree. There isn't any pasta in the bowl. There aren't any ferries on the sea.
Page 44.
This is a school bag. That is a pen. This is a kitten. That is a hen. This is a picture. That is a box. This is a camel. That is a fox. What is this?
It's a pen.
What is that?
It's a hen.
What is this?
It's a box.
What is that?
It's a fox.
These are school bags. Those are pens. These are kittens. Those are hens. These are pictures. Those are boxes. These are camels. Those are foxes. What are these?
They are pens.
What are those?
They are hens.
What are these?
They are boxes.
What are those?
They are foxes.
Page 50.
There is a toy box in my room and there are many toys. Some toys are only good for girls and some for girls and boys. There is a clown in a big red hat. There are some Lego blocks. There is an orange dinosaur. There is a chair that rocks. There are 2 teddy bears, a doll. There is a plastic clock. There are 5 soldiers and a plane. There is an old red sock.
Page 57.
I am a dancer. My job is to dance.
You are a Frenchman. Your home is in France.
He is a preacher. His job is to preach.
She is a teacher. Her job is to teach.
It is a seagull. Its home is the sea.
We are tea drinkers. Our drink is black tea.
You are bus drivers. Your job is to drive.
They're scuba divers. Their job is to dive.
Page 68.
It was the first day of Ron's holidays. The weather was beautiful. It was hot and sunny. In fact, it was the most beautiful, the hottest, and the sunniest day you could ever dream of. Ron woke up and looked at his watch. It was 9 o'clock. Quite late, he thought. But then he remembered. There's no more school. I don't have to hurry. Why shouldn't I take a nice morning nap? And he fell asleep again in no time at all. But falling asleep was the worst thing he could do. You will never guess what happened to Ron during the next few minutes. He had the most horrible, the most awful, the most frightening dream he ever had before. He was sitting in the classroom with another 20 noisy pupils waiting for his biology teacher to come, when suddenly he heard a splash in the aquarium. One of the fish seemed to look at Ron from behind the glass wall of the aquarium. There was something strange about that fish. The longer Ron looked at it, the bigger it seemed to be. After a short time, there was nothing in the aquarium but the fish. And even then, it didn't stop growing. It was now coming out of the aquarium with its jaws open. Ron was so scared he could not move. The horrible fish was now nearly as big as a whale and ready to eat Ron any minute. And it did. Ron was now inside the whale. He remembered the story of Pinocchio. How unlucky, he thought, to spend one's holidays in a way like this. All of a sudden, he heard someone calling his name from a distance. Was it his mother's voice? How could he tell her where he was? Her voice became louder and louder. There she was standing just next to him, but surely she couldn't see him. "Ron, for goodness sake," she said, "why are you sleeping with your head under the pillow? It's noon, and Andy is here to take you to the swimming pool."
Page 74.
It was Christmas Day. Ron woke up and quickly ran to the window. The garden was full of snow, and some more snow was slowly and quietly falling on the trees, the hedge, and the lawn. In the snow, Ron could see some footprints. "Aren't I lucky again?" he thought. "They must be Father Christmas's." He looked at his bed. There was a long red stocking hanging on it. The stocking was full of presents. They were all nicely wrapped in shining coloured paper. Ron started to unwrap them excitedly. There was a beautifully painted pencil box and a set of newly designed Lego blocks that he wanted really badly. The next thing he found inside the unbelievably long stocking was a Norwegian-style sweater, busily knitted by Ron's grandmother. She was knitting every time Ron visited her. How did Father Christmas get it? And last but not least, there was a music box. He opened it and started to play a well-known tune. Where do I know it from? Ron tried to remember. He thought really hard. Suddenly, he heard the same tune coming from the living room. Oh yes, now he knew. It was a Christmas carol, and Mum was playing it on the piano. He ran downstairs as fast as he could, singing happily. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Page 85.
This little baby can't sleep and cry. This little birdie can't tweet and fly. This old professor can't speak Chinese. This man from Holland can make good cheese. This strong footballer can kick a ball.
builder can build a wall. This pretty actress can dance and sing. This big mosquito can buzz and sting. She can speak English, she can make rhymes, all say tongue twisters 100 times. She can speak English, she can make rhymes, all say tongue twisters 100 times.
Page 91.
I mustn't eat much chocolate.
You mustn't smoke cigars.
She mustn't feed the fish. He mustn't drive fast cars.
It mustn't bark and bite.
We mustn't fight with boys. You mustn't drink old juice.
They mustn't break their toys.
Page 95.
Peter is eating a cake. Susan is drawing a snake. Mary and Janet are skipping. Mark, Tom and Wendy are sitting and playing a game of roulette with Caroline, Kate and Annette. Neville is flying a colorful kite. Ron's pushing Ted with all of his might. Johnny is throwing a ball. Bobby is fighting with Paul. Alex is having a nap. Two boys are learning to rap. They're all having really good fun, the boys and girls from naughty grade 1.
Page 97.
Ron is in naughty grade 1. It is the end of June and Ron has only one more week at school. During this week, Ron and his friends are planning to do rather unusual things.
On Monday, they're cleaning the school.
On Tuesday, they're painting the pool.
On Wednesday, they're spending a day catching fish at Greenwater Bay.
On Thursday, the boys from Ron's class are singing some psalms at a mass.
On Friday they're reading a book on pirates and bad Captain Hook.
On Saturday they are showing a play. There is the Snow Queen, Gerda and Kay.
On Sunday Ron's flying to Rome. For a month he is leaving his home. Page 104. Camels live in the desert. Tigers and cheetahs run fast. Blue whales swim in the ocean. Dinosaurs come from the past. Rhinos live in the grasslands. Penguins are birds but don't fly. Polar bears sleep in the winter. Swallows fly high in the sky. Zebras have black and white stripes. Monkeys do tricks at the zoo. Parrots say, "Silly Billy, don't worry," or "How are you?" Page 106. Tell me what you always do. I always like to smile at you. Tell me what you never do. I never let boys bully you. Tell me what you often do. I often think that I love you. Tell me what you sometimes do. I sometimes dream I'll marry you. Tell me what you always do. I always like to smile at you. Tell me what you never do. I never let boys bully you. Tell me what you often do. I often think that I love you. Tell me what you sometimes do. I sometimes dream I'll marry you. Page 114.
I was a wizard,
You were a clown
he was the mayor.
of London town.
They were bad witches,
She was Red Hood.
everyone was in a very good mood.
I was a wizard.
You were a clown,
Page 118.
In December last year there was Christmas fair in Ron's school. The children's mothers prepared some food for the fair. Let's see what they cooked, baked, fried, and prepared. Mrs. Nelson cooked spaghetti. Mrs. Milroy baked cheesecakes. Mrs. Sinclair cooked some pasta. Mrs. Stewart fried beef steaks. Mrs. Flax prepared some trifle. Mrs. Ponty cooked brown rice. Mrs. Waters baked a pizza. Mrs. Fox prepared some ice.
Page 122.
This is Granny Emma. She was born in India in 1920. She went to school in 1927. She came to England in 1930. She met Grandpa John in 1940. She married him in 1942. They had their daughter Sarah in 1943. In 1950, Granny bought a castle in Scotland. In 1970, many famous actors came there to make a horror film.
Page 131.
When Mommy was a little girl, her father had a farm. He had some ducks and sheep and hens, he had a big old barn. And on his farm he had some cows, and in the barn some hay. The hay was for the cows to eat, for Mom to jump and play. She had a pony on the farm, she had a pussy cat. And in the corner of the barn she had an old black bat. La 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 la. When Mommy was a little girl, her father had a farm.
Page 136.
Peter was eating a pear, Julia was drawing a bear, Andrew was drinking iced tea, Sheila was chasing a bee, Nigel was cleaning the board, Stephen was pulling a cord. Some boys were picking a bow, which made poor Miss Celia fall.
Page 137.
Ron's story. It was an ordinary winter evening. I was just falling asleep in my bed when I felt something moving under my pillow. What could it be, I thought, and switched the light on. As I was looking under the pillow, the mysterious creature ran away and hid under my bed. As I was trying to catch it there, it crawled under the cupboard. I could see it was white and the size of my palm. It had a very long tail. I decided to bring a torch and have a better look at it. As I was leaving my room, I looked at my computer. Something was missing on the blue mat where I keep my computer mouse. I suddenly realized the little white creature under the cupboard was the mouse. When I was standing there in amazement, I heard a click from under the cupboard, and my computer gave a familiar sound. I looked at the green monitor and read, "See you in the morning, Ron." I never knew a computer mouse could play tricks on people.
Page 141.
Have you ever seen a stork who could eat with knife and fork? Have you ever seen a cat in a purple bowler hat? Have you ever seen a mouse living in an old doll's house? Have you ever seen a cow who could say hello and bow? Have you ever seen a fox living in a wooden box? Have you ever seen a fish swimming in a porcelain dish? Have you ever seen a bee making honey in a tree? Have you ever seen a seal who had wine with every meal?
Page 142.
I have been to India. I have charmed some snakes. I have seen the pyramids. I have seen great lakes. I have sailed the sea. I have climbed this peak. I have talked to Indians. I have studied Greek.
Page 143.
I still haven't been to Madrid. You still haven't visited Rome. He still hasn't written his book. They still haven't seen our new home. She still hasn't finished her lunch. He still hasn't watched the cartoon. We still haven't watered the flowers. They still haven't been to the moon.
Page 144.
Have you ever met a ghost? Have you ever eaten shrimps? Have you ever played the flute? Have you ever seen young chimps?
I have never met a ghost. I have never eaten shrimps. I have never played the flute. I have never seen young chimps.
I haven't done my homework yet. She hasn't washed the car. He hasn't packed his school bag yet. They haven't rung so far. You haven't done the shopping yet. He hasn't made his bed. She hasn't cooked spaghetti yet. She's cooked fish soup instead.
Have you seen the pirates yet?
Has he bought a car?
Have they cleaned the kitchen yet?
Has she travelled far?
Have you read the letters yet?
Has he watched the news?
Have you solved the riddle yet?
Has she married Hughes?
Page 145.
I haven't seen you for a year. I haven't seen you since November. I haven't seen you for 2 months. I haven't seen you since December. I haven't seen you for some time. I haven't seen you since my birthday. I haven't seen you for 6 weeks, since May the 5th, that rainy Thursday.
Page 152.
Show me your hand. I can tell you your future. Whatever will be, will be. I can tell you your future. Please show me your hand. I can tell you what lines I see. You will travel a lot. You will have lots of friends. You will have a wedding in May. You will win a big prize. You will act in a film. You will be a princess one day.
Page 156. Tomorrow I'm going to town, to the circus to see the clown. I'm taking my sister with me. What a lot of dreams there will be. We will see a man eating fire, and a girl who walks on the wire. We will see a snake that can run. We are going to have lots of fun.
Page 158.
Is and are going far.
Where and was are driving to Oz.
Must, can, and may have nothing to say.
Would, should, and will go up the hill.
Have, has, and had are very sad.
Little boy could is lost in the wood. Page 174.
Make your bed, sweep the floor, do the shopping, lock the door, cut the grass, comb your hair, clean your granny's silverware, walk the dog, feed the fish, do whatever your parents wish. Be a good little boy.
Says grandfather.
Will you, Roy? Don't eat too much, don't smoke cigars, don't drink champagne, don't drive fast cars, don't sleep too long, don't get up late, don't kick the dog, don't laugh at Kate.
Page 176.
My father, who is 43, has got a wife, I'm cousin me. His first car is a big Red Rover, he bought the second one in Dover. The third one is a minivan and was imported from Japan. The fourth one was a Christmas gift, the big Mercedes is the fifth. My mother, who is 34, has 12 fur coats or even more. One is a mink coat, one a sheepskin, and yet another one a sealskin. Apart from these, she has 9 more. She bought them in a Paris store and had them posted in a box with 50 pairs of tennis socks.
Page 180.
The tractor is under the table.
The toy box is on the floor.
The wardrobe is next to the window.
The
poster is on the door.
The teddy bear is in the toy box.
The lamp is over the bed.
The ladder's in front of the bookshelf.
The chair at the table is red.
Page 181.
A bird in a tree,
A fish in a pond.
a girl in a red and blue blouse,
A bee on a flower.
a cow in a field,
A cat on the roof of a house.
a star in the sky,
A ship in the sea.
a girl between two tall boys,
Some children on stilts.
a man on a rock,
A Pierrot among plastic toys.
a snake at the zoo,
A book on a shelf.
a seal with an orange bowl,
A plane in the air.
some tea in a cup,
A garden behind a wall.
Page 183.
At home, at work, at school,
Or at the swimming pool.
at noon, at midnight too, at 25 to 2, at dinner or at tea, you'll always think of me. I promise I will do it, I'll do it now or soon. I'll do it in a minute or in the afternoon. On Monday in the evening, in May on John the 3rd, at Christmas or at Easter, I'll do it, take my word.